What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today, we're here to take a look at the all-new 2021 Kia K5. I've actually gotten quite a few requests to take a look at this new vehicle, and that might be because we're in a time where auto manufacturers are getting rid of their sedans and building SUV after SUV after SUV. But here we have Kia, where they doubled down and said, we're creating an all-new mid-size sedan. So the K5 actually replaces the Kia Optima that's been around for roughly 20 years. So today, let's check out this particular example, check out the exterior and the interior details, and see how this ride has been engineered for excellence. When it comes to the front of the Kia K5, you're getting some truly unique styling here by anyone's standards. The hood features subtle sculpting, and underneath the hood, what you're gonna find in this particular model is a 1.6 liter 4-cylinder turbo power plant, putting out 180 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque, connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission. That's gonna get you 0 to 60 in the high 7s. Now you can opt to have the GT model. The GT model is gonna feature a 2.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder, putting out 290 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque. That's gonna bring that 0 to 60 time down to around 5.8 seconds. So that car is gonna be going around for $30,000. This particular LXS model is going around $26,000. So it all depends on what you want. Now coming to the front, the grille has some truly unique styling. It looks so three-dimensional. I think that's really a nice cue that Kia incorporated on the front of this K5. Now another interesting styling cue to me are the daytime running lamps. Look how they curve and zigzag and go all the way around the headlamp. And they're also amber colored. Everybody else is doing white daytime running lamps. I love how Kia decided to go with the amber color, and this truly unique styling of the daytime running lamps makes it stand out. Now, of course, you're getting full LED headlamps as well. Now, when it comes to the side profile, you'll notice the K5 is a little bit larger than the outgoing Optima, as this car is 193 inches long. The wheelbase is about 112.2 inches long as well. Now, the overall styling, I'm liking how the roofline comes up here and then slowly tapers smoothly and gracefully into the trunk lid, gives it a nice aerodynamic and sleek look. Now the wheels, this particular Kia K5 features the 16-inch wheels with some meaty sidewall tires. Look at the sidewall thickness compared to these small wheels. This literally looks like the orthopedic shoe of wheels. Now there are other trim levels available that give you up to 18-inch and 19-inch wheels. Really makes this car look aggressive. So if you want something like this, but want something a little bit more aggressive, check out the Kia K5 GT. That's gonna give you more performance and more aggressive looks from the side. Let's go ahead and check out the back. Styling in the back continues well with the overall theme, with the roofline coming down into the trunk lid, and then a chrome accent coming down from the roofline, going around the trunk as well. I think that looks really nice and fresh. Now coming lower, you have a light bar. You're starting to see a lot of light bars in cars these days, except for this one has a dashed theme in the middle of it. So it's kind of broken up into different sections. That's pretty interesting. Now, if you open up the trunk, you're getting 16 cubic feet of storage, which is typical of a sedan of this caliber. And then coming lower, of course, you have black accents. So let's go ahead and take the Kia K5 on the street, talk about the ride quality and interior features. All right, so we got the Kia K5 out on the street. So first we want to talk to you about interior, and then we'll get a little bit into the ride quality. So Isha, this is an economy car. It's a mid-size level sedan. What do you think about the interior as far as comfort and material usage?
You know, it's pretty standard what I would expect to see. It does look a little elevated from some of the other, you know, economy cars.
Some of the other entry levels.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not just totally, I guess what I'm going to say, plastic, you know. Right. It has some levels to this.
It has different textured plastic. I mean, it has plastic, but it's just different textures and different accents.
That actually helps elevate it to make it look more expensive than probably what it is.
Right. So this is a $25,000 car. Some of the other vehicles in the economy class that we reviewed were around $18,000 or so. So that's why it looks a little bit more elevated. So the top of the dash, you'll notice, has a somewhat soft touch material there. And then coming lower, it's plastic, right? But you do have an 8-inch touchscreen display with your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. and different features as well for your media system. It does have a backup camera, which is mandated now. I do wish the backup camera had a higher quality. It's a little grainy, which I've noticed in a lot of Kia vehicles, so I hope that's something that they look at updating in the near future. But coming lower, you have your air conditioning vents, typical, your air conditioning controls, 2 USB ports. There's this gear selector here. I think this looks a little bit dated. You know, the T-handle gear selector, I think that looks a little bit dated. But that's just me.
I think that's better than some of the other ones we saw with the bar back
with
here.
the stalk coming out of the
so
yeah.
I'll take this.
And then, of course, you have 2 cup holders and some additional storage here. Now, the seats, how do you feel about the comfortability?
You know, I'm pretty shocked about the comfort. Now, let me tell you about this. Okay, so I'm well planted in the seat. It's big enough. It's not small, because we've sat in some that are very short that have a lot of excess space over here. And
right.
It's like, just go ahead and make the seat bigger.
Right.
You know, this feels, it's very comfortable, but you can tell the materials used
the
are...
cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the cloth, but I'm literally talking about the insert.
I
feel like if I sat in this chair every day around the clock, it would get worn.
It would worn.
Like really, really bad.
I think that's a good point.
Like a 1980s couch, you know?
Yeah, it's sunken in.
Right. That's how it feels. It feels very plush right now, but I can feel that it's just...
Right. Now, there are higher trim levels of this vehicle, so there are leather seat options available with heating and cooling. This is almost like a bone stock model that I have here, so there are different trim levels that'll take you up to around $30,000.
Right.
For the $25,000 price point, this car is comfortable. You're looking at about 46 inches of legroom up front, and I think...
Yeah, I was very shocked about that.
Yeah, so tons of legroom up front, and you're looking at 35 inches of legroom in the rear.
Like, my legs are fully extended, you guys, and I'm like not sitting back further than the driver, you know?
Right. So as far as space, it is spacious, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, there are some options I do wish this vehicle had for $25,000. I think they could have done a panoramic roof as standard, or a sunroof or something, you know, because it's all just enclosed in here. And with the black interior, you know me, I like to have an open air feeling while driving vehicles with a darker interior. That's just me. Now, the overall ride quality, it's somewhat, I think it's fairly smooth.
Oh, yeah.
It's fairly smooth.
Yeah.
So if you were to drive this over a long distance, it won't beat you up. There is a little bit of road noise, which I would expect from a vehicle at this price point. What do you think?
I think it's really good, actually, though. It's a fairly smooth ride. Like you said, road noise is not too bad. You know, I feel pretty comfortable in it.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's an economy car. It feels safe, to be honest with you.
Right.
And it is comfortable. You know, don't get me wrong with the 1980s couch thing. I'm just, you know, letting you know.
Exactly. And speaking of economy, your fuel economy is going to be 29 miles per gallon city, and you're looking at 38 miles per gallon highway. So that's not bad. I know this car only has about 180 horsepower, but people who are looking to buy this vehicle are looking for something to get them from point A to point B. They don't want to always be at the pump. So I think the fuel economy is pretty good, right? If you want more power, there's the Kia K5 GT. You can look into that. Different power plant, and I'm sure different fuel economy ratings as well. But overall, I think it's a decent vehicle.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad on the outside either.
The styling is pretty unique.
Yeah, it looks
it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. Kia has come a long way in the styling department, for sure. I mean, their cars used to be...
Yeah, I think I was a little biased when, you know, you got this car, and I was just like, a Kia? You know, what?
Yeah, but, you know, you got to give it a chance. And they've come a long way from the Kia Optima that everybody knows. Like, it was smaller.
Yeah.
It didn't have as much legroom. It wasn't as comfortable. You know, that car was
compacted. It was kind of a rough ride,
yes,
too.
A rough and loud ride. I've been in a Kia Optima, and it's an experience that you will never forget. And I don't mean that in a good way. But
no, this is actually pretty good, though.
This is a decent vehicle, and As far as a daily driver that won't break the bank, and a car that has the technological features that you want, such as your Apple CarPlay and your Android Auto, this is something that people might want to take a look at. So that's pretty much my thoughts on that. Overall, this is a comfortable ride in an affordable car. Any closing thoughts, Isha?
Yeah, I like the design aesthetics of the outside, bringing it on into the inside. I must admit that a lot of the economy cars today are being more competitive. You know, they're kind of putting a lot of design aspects from luxury vehicles into these economy cars, which is actually nice, because who's to say that someone who's driving an economy car does not want that luxury feel?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And I think that that's a good thing.
Yep.
So, and,
for sure.
Even including the space that I have in here, I did get a chance to hop in the back, and the leg room is pretty comparable back there. I was actually shocked because I'm used to my knees hitting right here.
Yeah.
You know, and the headroom is pretty good. I mean, for me anyway.
yeah, for sure.
You know?
So this is something that you might want to take a serious look at if you're looking for a long-term economy daily vehicle. This might be the car for you. And before we close out, I just want to mention that this vehicle comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty.
Oh, wow.
And that's just something to consider if it's something that you want to, let's say you have a job that requires you to drive long distances every day. You want a car like this to be able to put those miles
on it. Yeah. Yep. And it gets great, gas mileage.
It gets great gas mileage, so.
Yeah.
All right, so that being said, we'll wrap up the driving portion here. Isha, thank you for joining us. That was a brief overview of this 2021 Kia K5 sedan. Look at how far Kia as a company has come from that first generation Optima that we knew from about 20 years ago to this. Look at the unique styling and sporty looks of this new Kia K5 sedan. Is this something that you would drive? Do you want more performance and more aggressive looks? Take a look at the GT model of the K5. So there's lots of options here. This vehicle starts at around $23,000 as shown. This one's 25 grand. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comment section. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share my YouTube channel. And until next time, I'm Ben Wayne, the automotive reviewer that YouTube deserves.